Welcome to Real Talk Real Women. My name is Miriam Khalladi, and today we have author, designer, wellness lover, and founder of Well in LA, Erin Haslag on the show. Welcome, Erin. How are you?
Hi, it's morning over here, doing well.
Okay,
Monday.
great. You studied health, wellness, and nutrition since your teenage years. Where did your interest in these subjects come from?
Um, I I don't know. Actually, it almost seems like it's been a part of my life for so long that I can't um, really get back to the origin of where it is. But just I grew up in a small town, always playing outside, and then as I got into my teenage years, started sports and things like that. Really loved just moving my body and making sure that I was taking the best of care of myself. So that translated into a love of health that I expect to last me a lifetime.
Today, you have an academic degree in public health and psychology and certifications in fitness, wellness, coaching. Yet, you state on your website that the most valuable lesson you've learned is to listen. Can you explain what you mean by that? And what advice can you give to people who want to become better listeners?
Ooh, good question. What I mean by the most valuable lesson I've learned through all of the formal education and the credentials is to listen, is that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter really what profession you're in, it's about the human connection. I can, as somebody who really enjoys fitness and wellness, talk to you about it, but if I can't connect that or make it relatable or listen to your journey, then it's a missed opportunity to really change someone's life or just change their day or whatever that is. So I do think that listening more than I speak and really understanding where people are coming from and asking the right sets of questions, that definitely comes with the psychology background, but it has been the most valuable lesson I've learned along the way.
Right. Sorry?
No, I was just going to go into the how to get there.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
It's not something that really comes intuitively for me. I am the oldest child, so I like to be the boss and I like to tell people what to do. So stepping back and listening wasn't something that came to me naturally. But just really being immersed in health and wellness, that sort of compassion for listening is something that opened up along the way. And really just, there are very few questions you have to ask people if you earnestly care about listening, that will get to the core of the story or the core of the problem or what's going on. So just letting them talk and giving people space to breathe and explain themselves. It's not something we get to do in this pace we have.
At one point, you were working as an analyst and felt something was missing. What led you to launch Well in LA in 2010, and what did you have in mind back then?
I moved from Washington, D.C. to Los Angeles at the start of 2010, and I really launched Well in LA when moving here. I'd been reading blogs for years and had that in the back of my mind, like, why don't I start one? And it's a long road for some people. For me, it was to actually get to the point of doing it, even though it had been like lodged in my brain for some time. So moving to LA and wanting to experience the city, explore the culture, and kind of share what was going on as someone who had never lived here before was the motivating factor to launch Well in LA. And from there, it's kind of just shown me a lot of the strengths that I have and my ability to teach, connect, grow, learn. And from that, I've been able to bring back the creative side of myself that I really love and have kind of long neglected working in just an analyst role, and kind of merge the right brain, left brain together and creating my own path and my own destiny. And it's scary and fun and exciting. And some days you just want to pack it all up and go back and get a job. But those days get less and less between with each passing month and year. So
Great.
that's kind
Wonderful.
of it.
Wonderful. And 2 years later, you went all in and left your job to work as a freelance designer and consultant. Many people dream about doing that, but are scared they will fail or won't be able to make ends meet. At what point were you comfortable enough to dive in?
I'm going to say, honestly, it was a really bad work situation that made me just, I'm done, I'm finished, I'm over this. And I had worked for a couple of employers out here in LA, and the experiences were very negative. And I'm not a negative person. I'm a very happy person. I like to be around happy people. So like being in an environment that's very sort of like oppressive just was not a good fit. And that was the onus. I don't know that I was prepared. I don't know that you can ever be fully prepared, but just something in my gut said, do this, go now, everything will work out. To say it's been easy would be a big lie. I mean, it's definitely been waves, but it is getting better. As I said, kind of like, yeah, things are flowing. It's steady. I'm not doing a lot of marketing and I'm staying busy. I'm like booked until August at this point and starting to look beyond that. So it's good.
On that note, let's talk about goals. I know you have a notebook where you write down your weekly goals and also have a live list with other goals, dreams and ideas. Can you explain how a quote-unquote good goal is defined and how you go about setting goals for yourself?
Yes, great question. A good goal is action-oriented. It's not just something that's sort of like, I want to have an online empire. Like you need to have concrete statements with deadlines. So you're essentially, every good goal has a deadline. For example, I'm planning to launch the next version of my business by January of 2014. I'm already developing the framework. I'm finding partners for various areas. I'm putting everything into motion to get to that goal. It starts, I think good goals kind of start fuzzy, but you kind of clear them out. You create objectives, you set milestones, you put in deadlines. And mine kind of go like each week I write down, every day I have a running task list, but those tasks, they're necessary to get to the goal. So I think just keeping yourself accountable and measurable for what you're doing. And then you realistically get a sense of how much time things take as well. It's more about the daily little things to get to the big goal and setting deadlines.
All right. How important is it to share your goals with others? Do you feel that helps in staying committed and seeing it through?
I do. For instance, if I keep myself accountable with fitness, for example, by putting my workouts in as appointments every week. So it's an appointment and a goal for myself to stay healthy for my whole life. And sharing them with other people makes them feel real. It's like saying the words, something about keeping the words inside versus vocalizing those goals and telling people, that is the difference between them actually happening and not happening. So I do think it's great to have like a trusted group of advisors or friends or peers or whatever that group looks like to you, and sharing those goals and exchanging ideas amongst one another. So I have that here in LA. I've got a great little support group, and we sort of touch base with each other and mastermind or whatever you want to call it. But we are all keeping each other on track and accountable to our goals.
Aside from listening, what's the single most important lesson you've learned when it comes to maintaining your own well-being?
Looking at the big picture always, because fitness and wellness and health in general aren't something that you just achieve in a week. It's a lifelong journey. So I think looking at it, keeping that frame of mind is so important to your success in terms of health, wellness, fitness. I mean, I couldn't go back to eating really bad food and not working out and expect to maintain the same level of health and overall wellness that I have now. That's just it. Just keeping the whole big picture in mind and not making it like a big deal, if that makes sense. Like, it just sort of becomes as innate to you as breathing and sleeping and eating that you're just going to do the things that make you feel good.
You're a self-taught designer. Where do you feel beautiful design and wellness overlap?
I believe that there are a lot of great products and systems and plans out there to promote wellness and health. I do not believe a lot of them are well designed in terms of, the people creating them put a lot of thought into the actual product itself. But as we know, the marketing and the design and the feel of it is what consumers buy into. So what I see is all this care and attention, and it's hard to do it all, this care and attention right here to developing exactly what it is, but not necessarily giving it the right packaging or feel or making it beautiful and something that people want to be a part of. So that's where I feel like the overlap is. I think that the better attention we give to design, the more we are able to promote the wellness and the importance of something.
There's a certain sense of playfulness to the way you write in your work, but at the same time, I can tell you're very serious about the work that you do and the level of quality that you put out there in the world. What does playfulness mean to you, and how does it improve your life?
Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. The playfulness aspect is just that I try to have playtime. I try to think of fitness and wellness as my playtime each day. It's in all reality, it's also stress relief. Like, it's necessary to just let off some steam. And so I want to take everything seriously to the effect that I will deliver 150% quality when it comes to design, strategy, consulting. I want to give people my very best. There's nothing less than that. But at the same time, with that sort of like very consistent delivery, you also do have to have a little bit of like not taking yourself too seriously or too rigid. And I think that's where females are like, we want to have a little cheekiness, a little humor, a little playfulness. Like, why not? So when I work with them, like, we laugh, we enjoy. It's really about a personality connection and playfulness as much as it is the serious nature of the work that goes into it, and bringing that out of people, evoking that spirit and that sense, because being well and feeling good is about being able to be playful and fun and just get out and enjoy life.
I agree, yeah. And what's the best place for people to go if they want to learn more about you?
My blog, Well in LA, so it's WELLINLA.com. That's sort of my playground where I connect with other brands and sort of share my own stories of wellness and the personal journey. And then there's also my design site, which is my name. It's Haslag.com. So those are two easy ways to find me, and stay tuned for 2014 because I've got some other fun things in the works, which I'm really excited about to be doing a product launch. So that'll be the fun next step. Just thinking ahead, dreaming big, putting it into goals.
Oh, great, amazing. And I will make sure to put the links below this video.
Oh, thank you.
You're most welcome. Erin, I really loved having you on the show, and it's a good thing that we started out talking about the importance of listening, because those who have been paying attention and listening carefully will have picked up more than a few golden nuggets of wisdom. So thank you so much, Erin.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
And thank you for watching. My name is Miriam Khalladi, and I will see you on the next episode of Real Talk, Real Women.